Obi abre asemre open the japadia so with the dark at the fama na ya with dia in shedding as you say we try and consider brain ASEM challenge me go so train
Lady Panther, Pamela Angela, ASEMR. Me, you know the name, right? Yeah. You know the name, right? Lady Panther. She's back.
Obi akame, what's me? Media men woman home, my name is me. Minya man and Kadia, Jimmy, Mempene, my name Fanny me. They was the capa, some of the Buana, Kadia Debbie. Piana, my brother, men, Tina, men, Kuana, although you want you, although you want you, although you want you, although you want you, upon Sassamo, every sick count, a brain penny near. My sister, Yasin, Yamma, Bonnebo, or Jenny Diana. We are singing up for Punty. Show me to one more. Going in the Germany.
Sorry, can't I love you, Papa. One team can't train my own. Obi Waha, Papa,
a lovely evening to all of us this evening. Good evening to Odopa live on CCR Ghana Radio. Akwaba, bienvenue. Wherever you are in this part of the world, in Ghana and beyond, you are warmly welcome. It's been lovely coming back to your screens, to your homes, live from this studio. It was a very long break. But we bless God that we are here tonight to be able to bring you the favorite show of your generation. This is one of the shows I know you like and love so much. So do me a favor, do us a favor. Share the link to a brother and sister. We are live on CCR Ghana Radio. We are live on Facebook as well. Catholic Charismatic Renewal Ghana. You can also join us via Zoom. The links are active. I'm sure that if you are active on WhatsApp and any of the platforms, you may want to hook up or hook on to the Zoom link. YouTube is also beaming with Odopa. Tonight we are going to have a good time.
Yeah. Lady Panther, Pamela Angela, ASEMR. You know the name, right? You know the name, right?
Today we are going to talk about a very sensitive and controversial, sometimes controversial topic. And it all has to do with money. As you can hear from the background track, you can understand, if you understand a little bit of tree or some tree or even tree, you can understand the reason for the fightings in our time, the little conflict. A great man musician said that Sika eye moja, literally meaning money is blood. But is money truly blood? But what he meant was that money is the lifeline of our life. Money is that which keeps us going and coming. I remember back in school, some guys who, spend on ladies. And we used to mock some of those guys and tell them that they go buying pizzas and fried rice and all of that for the ladies only to get a bye-bye in return. Not even a hug. That is because of the popular belief that once you have the money, you can get the lady or the girl you want. Is that also true? Is money a determinant of who you get as a partner in marriage or in a relationship? Wherever you are, dance with me, alright? Dance with me. Money is the reason why a lot of couples are split today. So sad, isn't it? Sike guawari bebe. Sikentu beme befia ubetin. Sikentu meme bebre idiomatem. A lot of men have been insulted because of money. Is money the determinant of who has power at home or in a relationship? We'd like to know your thoughts. Give us your thoughts and your comments on Facebook in the comments. You can also send a personal message or WhatsApp message to 0574 099093. 0574 099093 and we'll read it out for you.
Yeah. Lady Panther, Pamela Angela, ASEMR. See, you know the name, right? Yeah. You know the name, right? Lady Panther. She's back.
Obia kame, what's me? Media men, woman, home, man, is me. Minya, man, and Kadia, Jimmy, Mempene, man, and Fanny me. They will see Capa, some of the Babuana, Kadia, Debbie. Piana, my brother, men, to no men, Kuana,
So let's have a little discussion. If you are joining us now, this is CCR Ghana Radio. This is True Love Odopa. Every Tuesday at 6:30, we bring you tips on marriage, on relationships, and how to get it right the Christ way. There are too many casualties in the relationships and marriages. And rightly so, because if you are doing it the Christian way, the devil has to attack you. Because his main motivation in life, in our life, is to just split relationships. Because when two people agree on any matter, there's nothing they cannot achieve.
I love you, Papa, one team in country,
So when two people agree, the reason why we have community and we have church, his kingdom will come apart. So he has to fight the church, and he does that primarily through marriages. So let's have a little discussion. What is your experience about marriage at home? Maybe when you were growing up, you had the experience of your parents who were struggling with money, and that affected the relationship between parents and children. Maybe you saw them fighting because of money. Maybe siblings were at war because one had to go to school and one had to be at home. That also happened. I know a lot of people who had to sacrifice their school and education for some other siblings. Some say it should be 50-50 at home. What do you think? Share your comments. Tonight we have a seasoned speaker, one who has a lot of experience in this field. You would hear from her soon. She's a business development manager. How does that sound? Business development manager. Hey, a bit opposed to.
Yeah. Lady Pamper. Pamela Angela. ASEMR. Me? You know the name, right? Yeah. You know the name, right? Lady Pamper. She's back.
Obia kame, watime, media men woman home man sime. Minya man kadia bejimi, mempene manen fene me. Me go sikapa, same deba buanya kadia debi. Miana mabrena menenti no menkuwa na medi. Odoi wanyo, odoi wanyo.
Please invite a brother, a sister onto the show. Let somebody also be blessed by you. The BR will be any issue our brother, so she will be a brother. Why?
I love you, Papa, one team in country.
Today we are talking about money, so if you have some money, just dash somebody some money, you understand? Che obisika and che obisika. Mr. Ocho obisika and Kaisa means more Hawaii. Na my shit. So yeah, I'll be expecting my Momo to be beaming in the next couple of minutes. Please share with me. I need some $2 billion, euros, pounds. I want to hear people sharing their testimonies on people giving them money this evening. So please share some money, you understand? Somebody said, Lord, test me and see what is in my heart with some dollars. Test and see if I will be proud. That sounds like a good prayer, you know. Some of you, when you get money right now, I don't know where you will be tomorrow. Tonight we are going to learn about all that and more about how to even manage money.
Yeah. Lady Panther. Pamela Benjamin. ASEM.
So our guest is seated right here in studio. A very beautiful woman of God. You would love to see her, I tell you. Her smile alone is more than COVID-19. It can infect everyone within a split of half a second. You'll be infected, I can tell you. Osan sukra adihye din. Uti ne din na se oye odihye ankasa ofia himfie. What I say? So we are about to go live into the discussion, and we are talking about financial marriage and savings in marriage. This is a woman who is into money and money management, business development, consultancy, and all that at Park Microfinance. And she's going to dissect the issues tonight. I'll let her speak for herself and tell us more about herself. All right. Woman of God, Akosia Opoku Ajiman. Let me speak King James English. Thou art welcome. Right. All right, so I know it's been a tough week for you. The reason why you had to cross rivers and climb mountains to be here. How has the week been for you personally?
By God's grace, it's been amazing so far.
It's been amazing.
Amazing. What we do on a daily basis, we try to set targets and make sure we reach or exceed the targets. And so far, so good. So it's been an amazing week.
Well, let me just add this by the side. I mean, what do you do as a business development manager? What is it all about?
A business development manager basically drives business. In definition, the business still comes in. We drive businesses for most of the banks. These days, business development managers are not only restricted to banks. Most organizations are having these positions, business development manager, making sure that you are driving business for the institution, bringing in quality business, not any business that will cause the institution to collapse. We are looking into, we do research, we do feasibility studies to make sure that where we are stepping as a business, it's a good ground. So basically, yes, it involves a lot of planning, a lot of research. We are always reading, we are always studying. Yes, just to make sure that we drive business and move forward. Yeah.
So I want to be a businessman very soon. I want to be a businessman. So I'm glad you're on the show, and I'll personally come and see you because you want to drive business. I want to drive business. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. When you come to Kumasi, Kumasi is the hub of business. I mean, they love business.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Obinye's Carbon and it's Plaza. This is not
Speaking of Kumasi,
Yeah.
just to add that Kumasi as a business or industrial hub is doing so well and amazing. Research has shown that most of the branches for all the financial institutions in Ghana that are located in Kumasi or the Ashanti region are doing a lot of business for the whole nation at large. So in terms of driving business, in terms of business, Kumasi can never be left out in terms of business. Yeah, so we are doing well.
There was a reason why I came to Kumasi. I know. It was for this particular information. I was still searching within my spirit. Why did I come? I think this is the reason.
Then you are the right place.
Yeah. Yeah, very business. By the grace of God, we chop money the right way. All right, so we are looking at financial management in marriage. But let's look at it, the topic itself. What is financial management? I'd get me as the topic.
Financial management. It's not something that should be seen as something very huge or something that cannot be explained. Let's put financial aside. Management, first of all.
Management. Is it not a course?
Yes, it's a course on its own.
Yeah.
So management, when you are managing something, what do you do? Just like I said not long ago, you are planning strategically. You are not just planning. So you are planning strategically. You are doing research. You are reading around. You are making sure that things are directed in a certain direction, in a certain way. You just don't do things anyhow when you are managing. So it's in the same way, financial management is being strategic in terms of planning, making sure that you are doing things in a proper direction, a positive direction in terms of your money. Because I always say that one thing I always say is that, by the way, I also have a very strong science background. I did before I moved into pure finance. Now I am a biochemistry degree holder.
Hey.
And if we go to the cell, for example, when we talk about mitochondrion,
that's right.
Those listening to me, it is defined as the powerhouse of the cell. The powerhouse. Now you remember that definition?
I don't remember the definition. I remember the name mitochondria.
And borrowing this definition and bringing it to our financial planning and everything on a daily basis, we all, apart from we getting up and worshiping God, I believe that I'm not being biased. The next thing every human being should pray for is that you are financially sound. Yes. Okay. After worshiping God, as a Christian woman, I never leave God out of this. But you should be financially sound. Now, you should know that your finances is your mitochondrion. Going back to the definition I gave, it is your powerhouse. If the science people are saying that mitochondrion is the powerhouse of a cell, now your finances is your powerhouse. Without it, believe you me, you crash. You face a whole lot of problems. As a man, you face problems in the home. We'll come to that. As a human being, an individual, even without money, excuse me to say, you are not even respected. Would you want to go through all that? Yeah. So plan strategically. Make sure that you are directed in a certain way positively, and then make sure that in all your doings, you do things right. You do research to make sure that your finances are well and intact and move in a certain way that will help you. So basically, financial planning is this.
So if you defined the role of money even in our personal lives, so here.
Yes, it's your powerhouse.
That is why people are saying that so money is very important.
Very.
So when it comes to the context of marriage, what is financial money? What are we managing at all? And yes, what are we managing? Whose money are we managing? Is it the man's money? Is it the woman's money? Or both money?
And the Bible said, and the two shall be one.
Okay.
The two shall be one. And let's all understand that we are managing ourselves in terms of our monies. where the woman is managing the man's money, the man is managing the woman's money. It will be very unfair. Unfortunately, these days, we live in a society where there are a lot of working class women. Some are even earning much more than the men. And at times, we tend to forget our Christian values, which says that the man is supposed to be the head of the family. It's with me, I'm an advocate of that. That is how it should be. The man should be the head of the family. The two of you, man and woman, come together, and then with a level of high understanding, you come together to manage your money. Because know that without proper management of the money, no matter how we can quote the Bible from Genesis to Revelation concerning marriage, and the two shall be one. The man should be the head. Woman, respect your man. If money is mismanaged in a relationship, there will be no relationship at all. If somebody can put this down, I'll be very happy. If money is mismanaged in a relationship, there is no relationship at all. What happens most of the time is that when there's mismanagement in a marriage, because we are Christians and the kind of upbringing we are given, we are taught a certain way in church. So you might be suffering in the marriage, but you have no choice but to stay in and suffer because you cannot opt out. Why would you put yourself in this situation? Now, follow all the rules there is, but make sure that your powerhouse for now, which is the money, is managed properly. So now we are both of you are managing each other's finances. Make sure it is done properly so that it doesn't bring any problem in the marriage.
So basically, you're saying that we are spending our money. We are not spending one person's money.
No, we are not spending. That it is not supposed to be so.
It's not supposed to be so.
No.
Say
these are sayings, traditional sayings. Is it biblical? Unless maybe the listeners can help me out. I don't know where in the Bible that one is. That is, yes. If it is in the Bible somewhere and I do not know, somebody can draw our attention to it.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't be like that. Of course, in the past, that is what our forefathers will tell us, especially when they are doing these traditional marriages. But that should not be the case. I believe that the woman can support the man can support the woman, vice versa, but respect, put the respect on the money. Respect money.
Put in some respect on the money.
Yes, put some respect. If you don't put some respect on the money, and then you want to behave anyhow or say that, oh, my husband will afford everything, my wife is the one who will do all this, and you abuse what each and every one of them is inputting into it. The other party will get fed up at a point. And though it will not come out physically that there's a divorce, there will not be happiness at home. So to avoid all that, we have to put respect on the money. Respect. If you respect each other, you will not abuse things.
So if we are, in my mind, I was playing it in my mind. So if we are managing something, it means that something is not too much. We don't have it in abundance, and we are trying to manage it in such a way that it will be able to take us the length of time. If my definition is right. So if responsibilities in marriages were few, and there was maybe if my income bracket was quite sustainable, and my responsibilities in marriage were few, would I still be talking about financial management, or it only comes in because it's not that much, and we have to manage something?
No. We in what we do, we manage small and we manage big. If you are not able to manage something small you are handed to, how can let's bring it back down to our everyday lives. if I hand over, say, 1,000 Ghana cedi to you right now, and then I watch you from a distance and see how you handle the money, how you work and make something out of the money, don't you think that after some time I can hand over more than that 1,000 cedis to you? So it's not a matter of if it's small, we are managing it so that it will take us somewhere, and what if we get something big? Because after all, we are praying on a daily basis for financial breakthrough. So we are managing when it's small, and we are managing when we get there. When we get to the level that we are looking for. So the more you are able to manage the little you have, why not? When you get to that level, you can also be able to manage it. So we are looking at both sides, not just
Wow. I see. So then you have it that wherever you are managing, whether it is small, whether it is a lot, you are still managing. All right. So you see, money is the reason why in marriages there are a lot of confusion, fight. I know what you think about it. Why should it be so that money is causing fight at home? I am thinking two things. Before we got married, we perhaps had an idea of our financial situation. So we understood the situation before we entered. So why are we fighting if that is the case? If not, it means that we were surprised in marriage by a certain somebody losing his or her job, maybe the woman or the man, and it brought about some struggle. In that situation, maybe the party who lost the job didn't cause it. If you understand it that way too, why are we fighting about money? What do you think is the reason why couples in our time, or maybe in previous times, have been fighting about money in marriage?
Yes. The example you are giving is very true. At times our expectations can cause some of these things. We know what we are all earning, all right. Maybe before we decided to get married, there were conversations here and there. Okay, there's a lot of questions most of us ask ourselves. In the next 5 years, where would you want to find yourself? Where would you? All these things are in the hands of God. Now, if your expectations are too high, it gets to a point what you want to see, you are not seeing. At times, if you don't exercise patience, that is how come all these things come in. These misunderstandings here and there. Then at times you even forget that this is the same lady you met and thought that, she was very understanding. Now, another point that is causing all these issues or problems in marriages when it comes to money is that these days, due to the influx of social media and other things, there is a lot of pretense. There is a lot of pretense, yes.
Let me just cut you a bit. I just saw a video on, this UTV's Saturday Nanama show, Showbiz show. Showbiz, and one of the popular panelists or guests who comes on the show was just giving it to people who say because somebody's lifestyle is giving them pressure. And he was just insulting them. I can't use the language, but he was just insulting people who say that. So it's very true.
These people do not want to face the facts. But, as individuals, we all react to certain things differently. So, yes, there are people who get pressured by these things. That is there. There are people, when I talk of pretense also, either the man or the woman come into the marriage with some level of pretense, with some I don't know how to put it.
Guy.
Not really guy, but they don't come in, their natural self.
Okay, that this is what I have.
Yes, or this is what I have. You get to see some young men and some young women pretending to have a certain life that they do not actually have in real life. Yes, because of these social media pressures and all that. Now, fancy you move into a marriage with pretense. Like I said, money is a huge part of this whole marriage business. Now, if you meet a young lady and you are mentioning huge sums of money, things that you know yourself that it's not achievable per what you do, but you pretend and let her know that you can do this, you can do this and that. Now you give this young lady some level of expectation. Now she moves in, or if it's the other party, he moves in and realizes that is not it. It causes a whole there are so many divorce cases I have seen or handled. This is the genesis of it.
Or the AC.
Yes. or the BB, the real him or her SCA. I could have walked into this studio knowing that I will go live. I guess people are watching me. I don't know from wherever.
People are watching, yeah.
I'm just coming from the office. Knowing that people will be watching me, I could have just rushed somewhere. Make me up, do this.
Put on the show.
Yes, put on a show. I will come here. It's just an example I'm giving.
Yeah, sure.
I could come here, sit differently or look differently before you.
Yeah.
But that will not be my real face.
Yeah. That is not my real face.
Yeah, that is not my real face. So, try to and when you are talking of marriage, I keep telling people marriage is not some mean thing. It's not. People these days, young women and men of today handle marriages as if it's just mere friendship. You see the person. We'll talk later.
Yeah.
Then what happened to back in the day when our parents could marry for? I watched a video. A couple who have been married for 40 years, some 50 years.
Yeah.
What happened to that? You cannot find that these days.
Yeah.
And what are we doing as Christians? Our real no crime worry. And if you are moving in with pretense and all these things we are listing, then it means that you the one moving in with pretense, you are not serious.
Yeah.
And it is not going to be no crime worry now. You will end somewhere because you have disappointed the other. They are all share the level of expectation, everything. And yes, I know they buy. But if you came in, there are still young men and women who are ready to hustle with you. Yeah, you came in.
There are people like that.
There are people like that. Yeah, they are Why are we Christians? Fine, there might be bad nuts.
This is good news.
Yeah, there might be bad nuts. I won't say that they are no bad. There might be bad nuts, but there are still young men and women who are ready to say that, look, this is you. This is how I met you. This is how I want to be with you. By God's grace, we will move forward and things will be okay. There are people there like that. I don't think that there should be any pretense.
It reminds me of some, on campuses, you find a lot of these things you are talking about. It reminds me of a guy's story I know who was pretending. The girlfriend is the kind of people we call high class, and he's trying to, you see, and he's trying to catch up, or let me say, maintain the standard. So he doesn't have it, but he has to. If the girl says, "I want to eat pizza at this joint," he has to force and get her pizza from that place, and he comes back to the room and tells the guys in the room that Charlie, I'm struggling.
Hard.
Charlie, it's hard.
I know.
And he's afraid to tell the lady because he likes the lady and Ferry knows the thing. So these things are real. There's pressure on campus. I remember back in my time when we were in school. It's very funny I'm saying when we were in school, as if I'm grown. Guys come with cars. Park at the car park, the female halls. Try and flex some wealth, money around. And that's where sometimes it begins from, the popular culture of pressure in our time. So it's very funny. So talking about this, if we shouldn't enter with pretense, you spoke about. Let me ask it before I ask the other question. You spoke about being real, okay, and money being important. So we have a popular discussion in our time where we are talking about love, money, sikani odo. Which one will you go for? Is it a matter of which one will you go for, or putting the two together? Can we still enter in marriages purely on the basis of love without looking at money?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
No,
with all due respect to my lovely ladies out there, I am not sitting here, to pretend that I don't know what is happening. This can be answered in both two ways. Yes, well, you see, the basis of this discussion is that we are not, excuse me to say, we are not any ordinary people. We are children of God. We are Christians.
Okay.
Christians. And when we are talking about love, what didn't Jesus Christ come to do for you and I? Now, talking about money, let me ask you and our viewers listening to us right now that the sacrifice Jesus made, to have that.
Yeah.
But he gave it to us freely. We all understand. He gave it to us freely. And so why not that you meet a partner or you meet somebody you want to be married to who is not, who does not come in with pretense, who comes in the way he or she is? Why not? Why can't we love each other? And you see, what we fail to realize is that on love, a lot of things happen. A lot of things are built on love. And this money we are looking for, even in love, we get so much. Though there are people who can attest to that fact. That money is not just, initially money. But if we are building our relationship on God, all these things will be added onto us. And secondly, that does not mean also that you meet somebody who is ready to, down to earth, die for you, and is ready to build something with you. The other party, you should never take that person for granted in terms of mismanaging what you have built, in terms of money. We suffer to build on love, to get certain things and to get to a certain level. Now, the moment you forget yourself, at times some of us behave as if we are not even Christians. The moment you forget yourself and you go wayward, going wayward means that you are being unkind to your partner. Going wayward means that you are abusing the fact that your partner is here to hustle with you, and so you are treating or abusing or misusing your money anyhow. That one will not be fair. That one, no woman will be happy. At best, like I said earlier, but because of Christianity, because of our values, the person remains. But why would you put somebody in that situation whereby just because of how abusive you are with money? The abuse is not only words or using your hand to hit your woman or hitting your man. Some of these things, if you are not able to manage the home very well, manage the finances very well, you are abusing the other partner, the other party, and it is not fair to put anybody in that situation.
So let's go to the meat of the discussion. Is financial management in marriages realistic, especially in Ghana, where people say spend within your means? You know the cost of living. Is it a reality? My dad used to tell me that back in the days, you are trying to save, but you realize there's school fees to be paid. You go into your savings, pick all the money, and go and pay the school fees. Your savings at the end of the day is lost. What do you have to say to that?
I know, but in our economy in Ghana, I agree with you. Things are hard. At times, when you want to go strictly according to the strategic planning I talked about in the intro, it is extremely difficult. I am, apart from doing consulting work, like you said, for others, I run my own business also. Okay. I have my own business I run.
When I grow up, I want to be like you.
You can be like me. And it is very, very difficult. I will not sit here to say that, it's not difficult. You pray and everything will be okay. No, it is difficult. But you can still plan. You can still put some money somewhere in all these difficulties. Now, speaking of, you gave a very good example of saving money, and then all of a sudden your son has to go to school. yes, if you have to save money for priority stuff when it comes to the family. Now, this family unit, children are very important.
Yeah.
So, will you sit down and say that, well, I'm supposed to save so and so a month, so I've saved all this money. I have to pay my son's school fees, but I won't touch it because I'm saving the money. At the end of the day, ask yourself, what are you saving the money for? Yes. So some of these things, what can solve some of these little problems somehow is that I believe that no matter how much you are earning, no matter how difficult it is, that is why we have insurance companies around.
Okay.
You see, in the Western world, and even now in Ghana, among the middle class, upper class people, and even, excuse me to say, though middle income, upper earning income people, they understand the policy concept of putting some monies aside. Very little. Some premiums on insurances are paying very little. Some of them, from day one their children are born, they start putting money aside, insurance for their education, for example. Now, education, the higher you go in science, we say that the cooler it becomes.
Yeah.
But in our situation now, it is the higher you go, the hotter it becomes.
Temperature inversion.
Yes. Now, in terms of education, in terms of how much you are paying, it becomes much more expensive. So people do this, put monies aside in insurance for their sons and daughters' college. I know some families, especially outside, they are just putting monies aside. So when their children reach university, they are not going to fall on their investment or what they have saved. They just fall on insurance to cater for. I think some of them call it college funds and all that. In Ghana, we might not have something like that. But there are so many insurance companies. This is just by way of advice. Who run some of these policies. So yes, you can be doing your savings. So fancy, you can put 50 cedis a month aside. Why not look for an insurance company who, I'm just giving examples in figures, who would take, say, 10 cedis per month every time, and then you will be putting the 40 away in your savings. I'm sure that it will get to a point where it gets hotter. And most of us do not know. Even at times in your insurance payment, you don't even wait till it matures. So there are some policies whereby along the line, when you have contributed for a certain while, you can make some claims, so that you are still doing the financial planning. Now you are not touching the monies you have saved, but you have an insurance company to fall on to cater for some of these things. So let's look at some of these policies. Well, in Ghana, I always say that we don't, excuse me to say, we don't ask. We don't inquire about things. We don't learn. Excuse me to say, I'm sorry to, I hope I'm not generalizing it. Now, if we are asking around, we are learning some of these things. At times, dress up, just walk into any of these finance houses or insurance companies, ask them about their policies or what they have. At times, some of the premiums they are charging very, very low. That can help you in the future. What you have saved. Then what you have saved will be like a backup that's just say just something like that. But if you don't do that and all you have is that savings, boom. Now what they call. Meanwhile, insurance companies are there to take some of these risks and make you comfortable. So let's look at some of these options we have, and then so that we can live in our homes comfortably.
So you are looking at you mentioned insurance as one option.
Yes, one option.
What are the other options?
Most of the finance houses to have very nice investments, investment products, and some of them some of the banks do have. Because you gave example of our children, that's why I'm giving all these. Some of them to have products for kids. So I think from birth to say 18 trusts accounts. There are some trust accounts that are even uniquely designed such that parents are allowed to cash out money 3 times a year. With the old policy where we had 3 terms. Okay. So parents are allowed to go into that fund only 3 times in a year. With the notion that, when school reopens, you need some extra money here and there. Now, all these products have some interest rates that is added on to make you, to give you a certain margin on top of your money to make you a little bit comfortable. So yes, we can fall on our money, on our savings, but let's ask around and see the options that we have. Yes, we can fall on some of these options.
But the question again is, how can you save with very little if you are not earning much? I mean, maybe your proposal works for middle income upwards, low income. How does it work?
My answer is this. For everybody listening to me, everybody, take it from me, everybody can save.
Okay.
Everybody can save.
Everybody can save.
I'm coming there. Everybody can save.
All right.
Now, for example, if you are taking 10 cedis a month as your wage or as your salary, and another person is taking 1,000 cedis. Your 10 cedis per month is your 100%. His 1,000 cedis is his 100%. No matter how much you are earning, let us make sure that you set a certain percentage. This all comes into your financial planning. You are not out here to spend everything you earn at once. It all boils down to discipline. If you are not disciplined, you will give a lot of excuses. That is what is worrying a lot of us. If you are not disciplined, you will give a lot of excuses. I don't even want to start telling people here what I have done before. Yes. You see, some time back or some years back, not too long ago, what we are earning today or what we see today, I'm being very honest with you.
Wow.
But it all boils down to discipline. If you are disciplined, you will know how to manage the little you receive. And you will not put everything, in one place and say, mini B. That is the excuse. You get people. I have been to places whereby I want to encourage young women, and then I get excuses like, sister, there are opportunities. So, they only say any opportunities. So when and this is typical Sebi. Forgive me, everybody listening to me. Typical Bibini Subai. Forgive me. Because when you're not doing so bad disciplined, they are trying to give every excuse why they cannot be a certain way.
Okay.
So my answer is getting back to what you asked. Yes, be disciplined. See your money in percentage, anything you are earning, even if it's 1 cedi, see it as your 100%. Put a pen and a paper down. Some of us, we sleep, but we don't sleep. We sleep, but we don't sleep.
Yes, I saw a video of Dr. Yu, and this video, I don't know that you've seen it. I don't sleep. I'm not
you see, always, I won't have a good time and pen and paper.
That's right.
My try. It's all part of my life now. Planning things on a daily basis. Try and make a to-do list.
Okay.
If you make a to-do list, you don't get to even spend anyhow. You get a budget to guide you. When you do some of all these things and you are disciplined, you don't have any excuse that your money you don't earn much. You should be able to save.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. If you are listening to us, this is live CCR Ghana Radio or the Patrula, and we are here with our wonderful guest, Akosua Opoku Agyeman, who is dissecting the very sensitive issue of money and its management in marriage. If you are enjoying the show, do well to invite someone. We are about wrapping up. I believe we want somebody also to come and listen and to learn. I mean, we started with a bit of violence. We moved into a bit of cool. Now we want to add some display. Let's look at this. So that's one's income determine who is in charge at home. Because there's the popular idea and notion that once you are earning more than the partner, especially from the ladies' side, then you are the one who dictates who. I know you've already shared about the man being the head, but in the context of monetary power, is it the means to say somebody has power in the home?
No.
Okay.
No. No, not at all.
I listening?
Please,
okay.
My ladies, no. I know where you are coming from. I know where you are coming from. I know as we speak right now, I just checked online. I know some very powerful women of God also out there listening to me right now. I'm very happy that I share the link and they are listening to me as well.
Wow.
I have moved with these women. They have been an inspiration. I have learned from them. They have also learned from me. I'm telling you the reason why I'm saying no. These are very powerful women. At the end of the show, I will give them, how do you say, shout outs.
Yeah.
As they are listening to me right now. These are very powerful women, yet very humble, very down to earth. These are women who are earning. They are, if I should put it, they are the doers. They are earning, but yet so humble.
I expect a lot of people in your DMs very soon.
Oh.
Applications. We're moving here.
But unfortunately, these women are very, very attached. You know, one of them is running her husband's business, and the other one too is running her husband's business. So they are all very, very attached, and these are women that are powerful yet so humble.
Wow. Beautiful.
Yeah, you see, as a woman, I always say this: your power is in your humility. Yes, if you are, and in all that we are talking about in our relationships, what men are expecting from us, number one is respect. Respect, and so humility, no, a better home. You get it?
Yeah.
These are lovely ladies. Ojina hasisi excuse me to say your baby uncle bet me dia eni kunu. Ko bet me dia na busuafo ni nuamo. But no, they have chosen to be respectful. They have chosen to be humble. And so guess what? Omu kunomo ejai their estates for them to handle.
My God.
Yes. You get it?
Yeah.
You see, you are even clapping. And it doesn't make them weak.
Yeah.
Personally, I think it makes them so beautiful and powerful. And when you see them, you should know that these women are examples. So it will be very unfair for me to sit here and say that, oh, women these days, when they make money or when they get to a certain level, they don't respect their men. No. And these women I'm talking about, women of God, they all have degrees. Some of them have 2 and 3 degrees, like I'm sitting here. And it doesn't change anything at all. Apart from they running their businesses, you know, family businesses, they also have side hustles. So look at the multiple streams of income they are making. They could have done anything in this world, but they chose to be humble. So why not? Why can we not be humble? We can be humble. In respect, in our humility. Our husband built on it, and then both of us can fly beautifully. So it shouldn't be, the question shouldn't be that because the woman is earning more. Okay, so now when the man is earning more, it's because he's the man of the house. It's okay. Fine, it's okay. But as a woman, that is not your place. Be powerful in your humility and being respectful.
This is very deep, very powerful in your humility. So, so people should not especially, I mean, Joy FM recently had a survey and they were asking the ladies, how much would you consider enough a man's earnings before you marry him? And some saying if he's not earning 3,000, 4,000, they are not going to marry them. And this was on the back of Statistical Services, one of their surveys, I think Standard Living Survey also, where those who earn less than, I think, 1,005 or so, around that figure, were the dominant group. And those 2K, 3K above were probably about less than 20% or so. So they were making a point that if the ladies are saying this is their criterion for selecting, then a lot of guys are going to be thrown outside of their bracket. So if we are talking about money and financial management, and this is the kind of taste in our generation the women have. Sorry, I'm not on the women too much, but it's a reality we want us to look at. What do you say when it enters into the marriage? Don't you think that may cause a problem? It means that if the man's income falls, there's going to be a problem.
Yes. It goes back to the expectation I was talking about. And it's sad. It's a sad reality nowadays that this is what you said. It was a street survey, or it's a survey they did?
I think it was a poll online.
A poll online. Yeah. So unfortunately, that is how a certain percentage of our women, excuse me to say, will think. Yeah. But then again, that's why I keep saying that it will be unfair that I will make a general statement, because some women too are ready to work with their husbands to get somewhere. Now, if this will definitely cause a problem, what you are saying, but it is all because then this lady coming in or on a certain level of expectation, even if it's 1,005 that you are earning, and then or agree say or no be warrior or no be wahwa. I guess even in as she comes in, she's calculating in her head what can be done with the 5,000. Nyame boa na say ne unyo oba bi ono so ye 1,005 bi abeso so anu wada nyame ase. Na when unyo obi oye kwadwofo kama. Na so say 1,005 now or less na no. Or they be any calculation na. It will just put pressure on you, the gentleman. They won't me cry away. You don't want to steal, so you have to be doing maybe overtime, extra hours. All these things too are not good for your health. Are not good for your health. So yes, there will be a problem. But back to what I've said earlier, if this person is a God-fearing woman, and it's unfortunate these days, let us not just jump quickly into marriage. Let's pray and ask God. What happened to seeking the face of God before, saying, will you marry me? I say, a warrior a huge fashion be. Well, it is good to be married, but don't rush into some percentage of women here who can or not there. Just a certain amount of money. So such women, when they are coming, they want things to be done in a certain way. You should be earning a certain amount of money and all that. If they are not seeing it, that is your end. Or not a walker. So the pool gave a certain percentage. I guess it's not all the women who thought like that. So as we pray and we seek our partners, life partners, let us pray for God. God is the one who gives good things. So, me, if I want to start sharing my testimonies to you right now,
maybe you would bet twice
God gives good things. God gives beautiful things. Nyankopon kra ono na ma ye ho yefe. Obi say a photographer kra to me ma ho yefe na Nyankopon.
It's a key.
So God gives good things. So even in search for our partners, let's consider senyame and the good things, and let's pray for that.
And I think the root of all the origin, I think, for some of these things is, I mean, our relationship as young people today, because it's as if now immediately you say, I love you to a lady, or you propose, immediately you become an ATM. You must sponsor. And I think it's not really a healthy fashion. That is why the men also stand on that to also demand certain things. And it is
So
also
the
not
ladies,
healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really wish that the young ladies are not asleep and they are listening to me. Please stop those things. It is not healthy. You can start from somewhere and get somewhere. And to be honest with you, the ladies listening to me right now, don't jump into marriages. And kwa ha obi ba bema. Wo power repair ko no ne ba obi ba bema no so kwa wa repair nye. Find something to do before you move into marriage. Don't go and worry somebody's son. Every Christian man in marriage or moving into marriage, on basic responsibilities. I will say, oye, obeye. Edi na also so obeye. Edi a supportive you know. Ama if you emma ye ni ema fie gina o. Emma ni ema fie gina. So what are you going to do to let your husband stay at home to make sure say there's a cushion backing in the house? Don't let us just go out there and worry people's sons. It's not fair.
Let me ask this final question. You have to close down the curtains. We put down the curtains. I think that let me ask this: is a joint account in marriage necessary? Is it important for couples to have a joint account? Let me tie this together with the when this, I don't know whether you heard it, this footballer Ashraf Hakimi's case, and people were it was so trending in Ghana. People were even mocking. They say you a guy, Bema Nisika Nishi, share Hakimi. In that context, I mean, should there be a joint account, or somebody the man can just save his money elsewhere and it cannot be a problem?
In this way, there be asked our question we may answer in both ways. And the two shall be one, and the two shall be one. There should be a joint account with you and your partner, whereas whereby among and everything. Joint account is very important. That said, have your own money.
I like that.
Yeah.
Have your own money.
I told you that as I sit here, I do not want to pretend at all. I hope, I didn't come across as pretending about anything.
No.
Okay.
Hey, I can't say.
Okay. So with that said, have your own money. I wish I could stop at this. That have your own money. It's more like a word to a wise enough.
Yeah.
So the joint account is very important. Have your own money. But where one thing I also have to add is that in marriages, trust is a very important, it's a key thing in marriage. Yeah. So when I say have your own money, I'm not saying that have your accounts and hide certain things from your partner in terms of some earnings that go into that particular separate account. No, you have to be very transparent. It will not be fair that you do things, and your husband is not aware or your wife is not aware of. And speaking of this Hakimi case, I'm so sorry. Remember, don't say, Anna, people were in foresight. Some of them, then they see some women and they know the woman spells trouble already, and so ukonya Christian brother be or no, wajina na so bompaya manyame bie nani. Now I'm making the money.
Yeah.
Or bompaya na da konyame yi a che ne say erabe trouble. Meanwhile so washa o kairi. E dey no be say Hakimi an obe. Enti peril. Enti wada no nam no osesa na japade o de ne maame din. But in all this back to what I've talked about. Do you think say if the man saw, I'm not judging the woman. The man might have seen something before or take his step and the Beman also so no, I will not hold brief for him. Or no so one you're transparent baby. But be or no no so cover. See this story, I hope say it is not true. But if it is true, said the I heard say Obano de Neko for divorce called Copen Niama.
Yeah, it
Bear
was a
man and
divorce,
then
yeah.
and then only for her to realize that bibia ye ne maame dim. Yeah, these days ye pay ye worry akwaji ye meme japade dodo. Me dia me di beja ye nyina ne say nyankopon ohyira oba nyankopon ohyira beema. Let's keep this in mind.
Yeah.
God, the God who puts wunni ukunu together and also or created the institution of marriage, you know. Nyame ohyira oba ose hyira beema.
That's right.
Say ewiase ayeti ye nyina ye nim Bill Gates. Ye nim mema omoye sikafo agigidin. Likewise, there are the Oprah Winfrey's and Rana Measure top 5 richest women in the world. Enti a man nso nyame ayebi.
Yeah.
Enti enti na se nyame etimi ayama Oprah Winfrey a. Wo so ntimi started from somewhere.
Yeah.
Now when say nyame say obetimi, it's, you see, it's the right attitude towards even your prayer. Yeah. So what wo bompa yesi yi nyankopon mo ame na sikani bi o menya na baba me spare no me ko hihye adwuma age ne sika. It is not a good attitude. Let's have a very right attitude. Yes, do your joint account. Secondly, have your own monies. And then, yes, before I forget, let us try as much as possible to have multiple streams of income. Multiple, very key. I almost forgot this. Multiple streams of income. And if you are working on something, that should not be your only business. Ghana have mostly your friend a side hustle. There are some people whose side hustles are even making much more money for them than the main things they are doing. Ghana is the world is now getting there. Let's have multiple streams of income. Let's make good use also of the internet. Now there are so many internet billionaires, and so sebe are part of the world. We will sit here and use the internet to do adi amin person me bodin. Me person me bo be heading. Now, oma from small girls with big God. Adi abeche no. Now, oma nshada anya small girls with big God, but they have used the internet negatively. So please, let us have multiple streams of income. Let's consider using the internet also to make legit money, and then I believe that the homes will be very peaceful. There will be money. Homes will be peaceful, and then everybody will enjoy. Our kids will be happy. Everybody will be happy. Thank you.
I wish I could stay on all night. Make your own money. Have your own money. But
can I say
don't hide it.
Can I say my greetings to Babo? Babo is online. Babo, thank you very much. He's listening to us right now. And special shout outs to Eno Afrakoma Banahene.
Because I thought I was going to mention them in a bit. I saw that new faces have come on my show.
You have seen new faces, yes. So, the new faces are there because of me.
Yeah.
And I think
I've
seen, they will stay. I've seen Brother Bernard also is here. Babo, thank you to everybody.
You're getting a lot of fans.
And my little sister Abna is also online.
Where is Abna?
Abna. Okay. No, Abna is not here as Abna. She's okay. Caroline.
Oh, okay.
If you can see Caroline.
I can see Caroline.
Yeah, she's my little sister.
Wow,
and
beautiful.
These are all powerful.
Maybe she will be the next guest.
Yes, I'm bringing all of them here as guests. So I can see Caroline, I can see Eno Afrakoma Banahene. They are all women of God, very powerful, married women of God who are doing amazingly for their families.
Yeah.
If they can do it, we all can.
We all can.
Yes, so
I believe that as a young lady, you are empowered. Thank you, Odishiedin Akusia Opoku Ajima. I think we have to invite you again for a business session. Because the side hustles, we all need it. I can tell you.
Me, you know the name, right?
So God bless all of you who have joined us tonight. Bernard and all the guys who have been solidly behind us. I can see Babu, as she mentioned. I see Babu, I see Bernard, I see Caroline, I see Banahene. No, all of you, Marie, another Banahene, Marie Banahene, who is saying,
Marie's online.
yes,
Hi,
yes, yes,
Marie.
yes. Oh, she's also one of your people.
Another,
Wow.
yes, another powerful woman of God.
Hey, then I'm going to follow all
Yes,
of them.
Very powerful.
I do say Alfred Owusu, man is really important in marriage. God bless you for joining. And thank you all of you. Somebody sent me a picture this evening before I came in studio, and this is what the picture says. That this was how it's a picture of a couple eating mangoes together. This was how relationship was like in those days, with much fun and happiness before Satan introduced shawarma, pizza, chicken, and ice cream. Damn. So I know what you think about it, but that seems to have a bit of truth, don't you think? So other pack comes your way every Tuesday at 6:30, and I believe you've been blessed so much tonight. Do join us next week as we go into more sensitive, important topics that build marriages. I make a prayer for you tonight that God will economically empower you in your marriage, in your relationship, and that you have ultimate superiority and control over money, and that money will not control you. May the God who handles money and knows how to draw money even out of the belly of a fish provide your needs. Amen. Till we meet again next week, Tuesday. Shout out to family and friends, to production team, Andy, Babu. God bless. See you next week.
Odoye wani yo.